He was the galaxy's last hope, a beacon of light against an unstoppable darkness. But what if, in a moment of despair, the son of Skywalker chose a different path? What if Luke Skywalker took his father's hand and joined the very empire he swore to destroy?
Welcome to Star Wars Lore and Stories, where we explore the countless possibilities hidden within the Force and think, what if? What if the hero of the rebellion became its greatest nightmare? The wind howls through the gantries of Cloud City. A young Jedi, battered and defeated, clings to life, his world shattered by a terrible truth. Before him stands his father, a figure of immense power and darkness, extending a hand not in anger, but with an offer. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son. In our timeline, Luke Skywalker chose the abyss, a leap of faith into the light. But in this reality, a different calculation took hold. He saw Leia, Han, Chewie, all captured. He felt the overwhelming power of the man before him. A terrible, pragmatic hope ignited in his heart. The only way to save them, the only way to save his father from the Emperor's grasp, was from the inside. With a soul-tearing decision, Luke Skywalker takes his father's hand.
Luke's first steps into darkness lead him to the throne world of Coruscant. He stands before Emperor Palpatine, a cackling marionette master who is both delighted and suspicious. The Emperor senses the light that still burns in the boy, a flicker of defiance that must be extinguished. Palpatine's test is not of combat, but of conviction. He dispatches Luke to the Outer Rim, tasked with eliminating a fledgling rebel cell led by Ram Kota, an aging Jedi Master who survived Order 66. Vader accompanies him, a silent, imposing observer. Kota pleads with Luke, his words echoing the teachings of Obi-Wan and Yoda. But his pleas are twisted by Vader's presence and Luke's own desperation. In a surge of rage and fear, believing this act will prove his loyalty and protect his friends, Luke strikes the old master down. He has passed the test.
5 years pass. The rebellion is scattered, hunted not by a Sith Lord, but by a figure far more enigmatic and terrifying, a crusader known only as the Penitent Son. This is the title Luke has claimed, casting himself as the galaxy's atonement for the failures of the Jedi. He leads the Inquisitorius not with glee, but with a cold, righteous fury, a tool to cleanse the galaxy of what he sees as weakness. But the light has not been fully extinguished. In secret, Luke plays a dangerous game. He spares some of his targets, Force-sensitive children, disillusioned Imperial officers, hiding them in the unknown regions. Across the galaxy, General Leia Organa feels her brother's presence in the Force, a cold wave of unshakable, misguided conviction. She refuses to believe he is truly lost. Rescuing him becomes her singular obsession.
In the obsidian spires of Bast Castle on Vizhun, Vader's training of his son deepens. He teaches Luke secrets of the dark side that Palpatine, in his paranoia, kept for himself.
He reveals the full story of his fall, the Jedi's arrogance, and the Sith's lies. Vader confesses his true motive: to overthrow the Emperor and forge a new, unyielding order to protect the galaxy. He shows Luke visions of a great and terrible threat lurking beyond the known stars. Vader's coup is not a lust for power, but a grim necessity. For Luke, now fully embodying the ideology of the Penitent Son, this twisted logic feels like righteous purpose. The second Death Star hangs above the forest moon of Endor. The rebel fleet, a shadow of its former self, gathers for one last desperate assault. It is a trap, as the Emperor planned. But he is not the only one with a hidden design. As the space battle rages, Vader and his son use the chaos as a cloak for their betrayal. They stride into the throne room, two dark titans ready to claim their destiny. But Palpatine is not surprised. He erupts in a dry, rattling laugh. He knew all along, savoring their treachery. He rises from his throne, his true, unlimited power unleashed in a storm of crackling blue-white force lightning that engulfs them both. Vader takes the brunt of the assault, his armor smoking, his life support system screaming in protest. But this time is different. Luke, forged in his father's image and honed by the dark side, does not hesitate. He calls upon his pain, his rage, his twisted sense of justice, and unleashes a torrent of raw, untamed power. He seizes the lightning, bends it to his will, and weaves it with his own dark energy. The throne room explodes. Palpatine, his face a mask of shock, is consumed and annihilated. The feedback is catastrophic, searing Luke's flesh. As he gasps for air, a dying Vader collapses. In his final moments, the mask comes off, and Anakin Skywalker looks upon his son. "You have done what I could not," he rasps. "Now, bring balance your way." The Battle of Endor does not end with celebration, but with an eerie, galaxy-wide silence. From the bridge of the Superstar Destroyer Executor, a new command is issued. A hologram flickers to life. It is the image of the scarred Penitent Son, his youthful face now a web of terrible scars. He announces the death of Emperor Palpatine and the end of the Sith. He declares a new galactic mandate, an order forged not on fear, but on penance and absolute purpose. He speaks of the Jedi's failures and offers amnesty to the battered rebellion in exchange for fealty to his crusade. From the bridge of her flagship, Leia watches, her heart breaking as systems weary of war begin to accept the terms of this new, terrifying Redeemer. The galaxy has not been saved, but transformed. The old war is over, but a new, more uncertain age has just begun, led by a fallen hero who believes it is its only true savior. And so our journey through this unexpected corner of the galaxy comes to an end. Do you think the galaxy would have been better off or worse? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this what-if story and what other what-if stories you want to hear. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed the story. Thanks for watching, and may the Force guide your path.